For today's topic, we will talk about making use of poems to teach English. The world of teaching English as a foreign language has come up with numerous approaches and techniques to make teaching and learning English in classroom environments as effective and enjoyable as possible, by Bashman and Bashman 1994. That is why for this video, we are going to discuss about poems as a teaching technique to teach English. Poem is defined as a piece of writing that partakes of the nature of both speech and song that is nearly always rhythmical, usually metaphorical, and often exhibits such formal elements as meter, rhyme, and standard structure. We all know that poem is a kind of literature wherein at the very end of each line there's always end with the same letter or sometimes with the same sound. Poem also considered as one of the most sophisticated forms of literary and linguistic expression, makes it by definition to all but the most advanced language learners. Here are some persons who stated some of the advantages of using poems to teach English. According to Hess, through its drama and emotional context, a good poem is suitable for a close reading with much good language practice. Reading a good poem makes the learner practice their reading skills. It is a kind of practice and task that a learner should experience in order for them to enhance their reading skills, not only for poems but also in other subjects and other readings. Meanwhile, Hedge, he believes poems as authentic materials can be used to develop especially the receptive skill of reading. Hedge believes that reading a poem could be a great help for the learner not only in terms of development of their reading skills but through reading a poem, learner could also comprehend what she or he is reading. Students can translate and unblock the meaning behind such masterpieces of some poems. There is only a need of guidance when it is used as a teaching strategy to the young learners. According to Albert Morgan, Shela, Hessler, and Conrad, claims that our production of poetry, memorizing, rewriting, reporting, and translating can exercise the productive skills of writing, which is not easy task to teach. They claim that through the use of poetry, one individual's skills are slowly being enhanced. Poems teach us how to memorize, wherein it improves our retrieval memory, wherein we practice the sense of retention of what have we learned from the other day that we can recall it today. We can also unblock the message of the poems when teach and understood critically and rationally. It helps the learners to practice their mind to think critically to synthesize the meaning of it. Lastly, McKay says, conceptual difficulty of a literary text is also a variable to be considered carefully. It is important to choose a good literary piece of poems. Make it hard but easy to understand. Do not give the learner some hard poems that include difficult vocabulary and grammar. We need to choose a poem that are equal to their skills. We need to pick a poem that is interesting for them. Choosing the right poem will make the learners motivated and excited to participate. Now, let us move on some ways on how to teach the poem. Picture poems, a visual perspective on the arrangement of words and are therefore an effective means of encouraging learners to interact with the target vocabulary. By using non-grammatical structures, students can play with language, producing visual and verbal output. This kind of poem is about the formation of the words that creates an image based on what the poem is, just like these examples. Look at the left side of the picture. It talks about love. That is why the formation of the words in this short poem is shaped like heart. Just look at it carefully. On the middle part, this one, it obviously talks about home. That is why the formation of the words is shaped like house. While on the right side, and this one, the formation is simply shaped like a smoke. It obviously stated by what the reader is. A basic type of picture poem is one designed to look like the object it describes. Picture poems thus encourage creativity and experimentation with the target language, helping students to view the use of English as a pleasurable and creative experience. Simply, picture poems are one of the creative types of poems because of its formation. It does not focus only on the text or words, but also on the shape and formation of words that describe what the poem is stating. Learners will come up on their own understanding about what they saw and read. Next is haikus. Haikus promote brainstorming and collaborative expression and facilitate expression without the burden of sentence structure. Students are encouraged to see words and short phrases as self-sufficient and to play with the sounds of the words themselves, while juxtaposing simple concepts. Unlike picture poem, haiku is written with simplicity. It does not need the structure of each word to form a center picture or object. Haiku is written with the use of few words, but have deep meaning or rather can already create the message. If learners learn how to use and make haiku, they will absolutely improve their English. These are some of the examples of haiku. As can be seen, the expression is immediate, visual, and profound, and students are able to develop confidence and creativity. It just takes a mind to comprehend what is being delivered to us by the use of haiku.